The wildfire near Halifax is no longer out of control. Rain and cooler temperatures have been a welcome sign in Nova Scotia and also helped firefighters contain the blaze. The fire broke out last Sunday and consumed about 200 structures, including 150 homes, forcing the evacuation of more than 16,000 people. Another massive blaze in southwestern Shelburne County has chased some 6,700 people from their homes, or that's about half the local population. In Quebec, wildfires burning near the city of Sept-Îles have prompted a state of emergency and mandatory evacuations. 2 fires are burning in the city, which is just over 25,000 people. Certain sectors of the city were ordered to evacuate yesterday, affecting around 10,000 residents. A nearby First Nation with roughly 1,500 people were also forced to evacuate. Air quality advisories are in effect for parts of northern Ontario due to the nearby forest fires in Quebec. As a result of the threat, a large part of Ontario is under a provincial fire ban. And joining us now with all the details is Shane McCool, fire advisor from the Aviation Forest Fires and Emergency Services. Okay, Shane, good afternoon, and thank you for taking time to speak with us. Couple big things. What does it mean to be in a restricted fire zone, and what kind of changes might people face, or charges might they face if they end up breaking the ban?
Well, the restricted fire zone is a measure put in by the Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry in order to prevent more human-caused fires in the province. And so a restricted fire zone is imposed by the province, but there's also restrictions at the local level through the municipality that can be imposed through a fire ban. So for folks in the fire region in Northern Ontario, it's important to check with both your municipality and the province to ensure that you're following restrictions appropriately. And with that, from the provincial restrictions point of view, if a person is found to have an open fire in a restricted fire zone, they can be fined up to $25,000 and be issued 3 months in jail, and also ordered to pay the cost of fire suppression should it result in a forest fire.
And, for clarification, what type of activities are included in these bans?
So from the ministry's point of view, any open burning is restricted during this time, and that would be a campfire or burning grass or woody debris. Even the use of burn barrels is not permitted at this time. You are still permitted to use barbecues and charcoal products so long as you follow the regulations set out in the outdoor burning guidelines, outdoor burning regulations, which are available on our website, which is ontario.ca/forestfire.
And for those heading to the cottage or provincial parks this weekend, next weekend, what's your advice?
So this weekend, much of the Northeast and Northwest is going to be impacted by smoke from active fires, as you mentioned, in Quebec and also in other areas in the north. And so we want to remind folks that if they are seeing smoke in the form of haze or smelling smoke, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's a fire nearby. You might just be getting impacted from those fires in the northern areas. That said, if you do see a smoke column in the area with a defined column over the tree line, then certainly report that fire. In southern Ontario, you would do so by calling 911. Anyone north of the French and Mattawa rivers can report that fire using 310 fire, and take note of the location and some of the characteristics that you're noting with that fire.
Okay, what can you give us on the status of wildfires right now?
So we do have several active fires burning in the province at the moment. Over the last couple of days, we've discovered about 17 new fires just in the last 24 hours alone. So you can see that we are finding new fires across the province over the last few days with the hot and dry conditions that we're seeing. At the moment, we are managing a few large wildland fires in the Northeast region and the Northwest region. Of note, the fire near White River, Wawa 3, that fire is currently 6,810 hectares at this time and not under control. We do have an incident management team, which is a team of specialists assigned to this fire who are going to be managing the incident, along with aircraft and fire ranger crews that will be managing this incident. There are some travel restrictions in the area that we'd like to notify folks in the area. Please do check our website, ontario.ca/forestfire, for information on any travel restrictions in that area. And we're also managing another large fire in the Sioux Lookout area, Sioux Lookout 7. That fire is north of Cat Lake and measures 9,280 acres at this point, and again, not under control. we're working closely with the leadership in that community to manage that fire as well. And just of note, last night there were some significant fires discovered near the Abitibi Lake area in the Cochrane sector that we wanted to advise folks in the area we're aware of, and we are monitoring those situations closely.
And Shane, along with that, when it comes down to headache, I mean, we are not even in the heart of summer yet. What do you want to say to people?
Well, certainly the conditions that we're seeing right now are hot and dry conditions, especially in the northeast region. We have seen some relief in the form of rain in the northwest region recently, which has helped reduce the new starts region, but we're already starting to see conditions bounce back in that area of the province, and so we'll be watching that area closely. We're also watching for new lightning fires that are occurring as thunderstorms come through the area and bringing minimal rain. They could ignite new fires, so we'll be watching those situations carefully, and we'll be addressing new fires as we find them.
Fire advisor from the Aviation Force Fires and Emergency Services, Shane McCool, thank you.
Oh, that's my pleasure. Thank you.